what's up, boxing fans? This is the Rope-A-Dope Report. I'm your host, Chris Carlson. Make sure you check out Rope-A-Dope Radio and go check out the new t-shirts out at countrymansfist.com. You guys have seen this. I've done this in the last couple of videos. Coupon code Rope-A-Dope Radio. You go under the site, check out all his t-shirts. He's got a wide variety of t-shirts. And then you go under, to get to our t-shirt, you go under sponsors. And you hit the coupon code, 15% off. Anyway, this is a breakdown prediction type video for the Arthur Abraham-Carl Froch fight. I like this fight a lot. I believe that this will be the best two-way fight of this round. And although Abraham has that extra win or extra point because of the KO, both these guys still need a win. And that's what's great about this system. Now, I like lining up 8 guys and letting them fight off single elimination. I like that too. But this one is interesting because you have so much depth at 168 that, it does. Normally these guys wouldn't all fight each other. They would fight. This guy would fight that guy, then, maybe a year later he'd fight another big fight. And, you can't match them up back to back to back like this. And so I like this fight for this round. I believe this will be the fight of the round. Abraham, once again, I had Abraham, I picked Abraham to win versus Durrell. I obviously was wrong. I did say, though, that he needed to up his volume. Even if it's 10 more punches, literally 10 more punches around earlier. Early to mid rounds, he needs to up the volume. He can still try to figure the guy out. He can still be in his shell. And he can still just use his jab every once in a while. But he needs the flurry earlier. And once he started getting to Durrell once he was more active. And so it'd be interesting to say. He says the volume will come up. Like I said, he doesn't need to throw 50 more punches. 10 to 15 would be great. Just something earlier and then really get your volume up. And if you're a slow starter, well, throw some punches. Get loose. You're not the only guy that's ever been a slow starter. But he's got to maintain his style somewhat and try to time and counter people and kind of let them do what they do and then, go off it. He does read people, and then once he gets you, he gets to you, no doubt about it. But I think he has to just up the volume a little more. Froch is coming off a loss against a great tight fight with Kessler. I really thought Froch would be the guy coming forward in that fight, but he was actually on the move a good chunk of the fight. So that's not where he needs to be. Even though he showed some skill with it, that's not where he needs to be. He needs to be the aggressor. But he's another guy that gets too out of control and gets into that, he loves to land that right, but sometimes he'll just kind of, he's got a good jab when he uses it so he can throw that straight right hand, but sometimes he loads up on his shots, not sometimes, most of the time. He gets too wide with his punches, he gets so lungy, and he gets off balance, and he gets his defense, he starts getting hit a lot. So really you can control him with a jab fairly easily. No matter what, he's got a good chin. He can take punishment, get up, and deliver punishment. So I really like watching Froch fight. I think he's an interesting guy to watch, but I think he is limited. And I think that's where the problem will be. Although I think it'll be a great two-way fight for quite a while. Probably until the end, to be honest with you. But I see the Abraham winning, and I'm going to go by KO. I really think that I'm going to go 10th round KO. He did take some punishment in that last fight. So did Abraham. Both of them coming off losses, so they both need it. So it sets up quite a fight between these two. But I am going to go with Abraham, and I'm going to go with either a decision or a late TKO, KO type thing. I think Froch can make it, but I just realized out of these 3 fights in this round, I haven't picked a KO. So I'm going to pick a KO here. I'm going to pick Arthur Abraham by a late KO or by decision over Carl Froch. Anyway, this has been the Rope-A-Dope Report. I'm your host, Chris Carlson. Make sure you check out Rope-A-Dope Radio. Peace.